Dodge announces the new Magnum Series engines. Engines that deliver as much as 44% more power. Here's a simple promise. Overall, today's Dodge trucks, gas and diesel, can deliver more payload, towing, and horsepower than Ford, Chevy, or any import. Dodge trucks, a powerful way to rediscover American value.
Now, drive for the gold with up to $1,000 cash back on select Dodge trucks.
Good game, good friends. And now that I use Fix-It-Int, I can tell the ref what I really think.
Fix-It-Int and forget it.
Are you nuts?
Before I switched to Fix-It-Int, Jones Peanut Crunchies only looked delicious.
Fix-It-Int and forget it. Fix-It-Int is the strongest holding denture adhesive you can get. It even stands up to the hottest liquids.
With my old adhesive, I'd never make a presentation and drink hot coffee at the same time.
For the strongest hold you can get. Fix-It-Int and forget it.
Well, the United States team making its way onto the floor to the cheers of the fans here in Indianapolis. But to say that it is a tall order to move up in the team competition here tonight is to make a great understatement. They do not have the luxury of dropping off the low score because of the injury to Lance Ringnahl. So it's going to be very, very difficult. But still, what a great thrill.
It certainly is a thrill when you march in front of a home crowd and you feel that energy and that support. Boy, it's easy to perform.
And the Soviet Union, the leaders and the overwhelming favorites to continue their dominance. Sure doesn't seem like 2 years ago that the three of us were in Stuttgart, Germany, what was then West Germany actually, for the last World Championships. And then, like now, it was an event that was pretty much dominated by the Soviet Union, at least on the men's side. We talked about the fact that it was a very different atmosphere in Stuttgart, and you can see right here as we watch Valentin Mogilny, different kind of facility, different kind of crowd, everything very different about it, except the leaders.
Except the leaders and except the wonderful performance of people like Mogilny. Typical of all the Soviets, they have such elegant extension, perfect form. Look at the beautiful line. Wow.
He has since retired, of course, but he has left a pretty good legacy. Igor Korobchinski was a champion in Stuttgart.
He was the all-around champion and a surprise to win the all-around. But the reason he won once again is because of his clean body line, wonderful swing work. Notice the control of the rings, and look at the acrobatics.
And the Chinese really starting to make a mark both in men's and women's gymnastics these days.
And it was a very big moment for Li Jing from China. He took third in the all-around. I think he surprised himself. But the Chinese are explosive and very clean, and they really rival the Soviets in many ways.
A united German team for the first time in a World Championships. This is Silvio Kroll.
The most experienced of all the German competitors, and he had a great competition.
Lance Ringnahl is not able to perform because of the injury you saw a few moments ago. Let's look at some of the bright spots, though, from his performance in Stuttgart a couple of years ago.
Lance was tied for the gold medal in the Goodwill Games this past year. One of his best events is the high bar. He showed wonderful release moves, tricky combinations, and a huge dismount, 2 twists and 2 flips.
Lance Ringnahl then there as part of the American team there to support him. This was 2 years ago. But the team to beat is always the Soviet Union. They see the best in the world every day. And a tough task, of course, for the Americans this year as it was then. Here is Jared Hanks on the parallel bars. You saw a 9.25 in the compulsory.
Jared is one of the most explosive and one of the most exciting members of the U.S. team because he does a very high level of difficulty and he shows so much power. He shows the Thomas flares on the end of the parallel bars up to handstand.
And of course, with a partisan crowd, any little thing that he does that is even slightly remarkable will be applauded like it is even more remarkable.
He has good form. Now this exercise is clean so far. Nothing really surprising in terms of difficulty, but a solid start.
Good landing on tuck double back dismount. And as you said, an excellent start. This was their lowest scoring event in the compulsories.
He likes it. Let's take another look.
Here's that dismount. You can really see how aggressive he is on the landing. He knows every 10th of a point is going to be very important.
And of course, important for him to get a good score, and he did that, considering it's the first competitor, and likely they will score up from there, 9.575.
Hi, everybody.
Meanwhile, on floor exercise, Valery Belenki of the Soviet Union.
Belenki was last year's World Cup champion, and he is so strong as an all-around performer. And what an exciting tumbler. Watch this first pass. Wow.
He really has beautiful tumbling technique. So perfect, and I love that skill, the full twist on the second somersault.
The judges require the gymnast to cover the complete floor area in a routine that lasts between 50 and 70 seconds. You see he's going down the side now.
Now watch this second tumbling pass, though. It's not extremely difficult. Look at the amplitude, or virtuosity, as gymnasts call it. Beautiful height, beautiful form.
Of course, the exercise is primarily tumbling, but the judges require the gymnast to show strength and a balance move, as he shows here. That bell signals that he has 20 seconds in which to complete the exercise.
This is a huge dismount, double layout. Great landing.
What difficulty.
Valery Belenki of the Soviet Union, and he comes off there rather gingerly. Might have twisted an ankle or come down hard at the very least on a heel, perhaps.
Let's talk about coming down hard. He showed some of the most powerful tumbling, and that last tumbling move, we'll get a chance to take a look at that. Boy, there's so much force coming into the floor. It's unbelievable.
Here's that second tumbling pass. Watch this. It's a double twist in the air. Look at the height, the perfect form. Immediately changes direction into a punch front.
Couldn't quite see if that is where he might have hurt himself. Let's take a look and see if we can see it this time.
This is definitely where he landed a little bit hard, but it's a gorgeous double layout, and he was really going for the stuck landing. And he just came in a little bit short, but boy, when you do that, it really puts your ankle in an awkward position.
So Belenki with the tender paw right now, but look at his score, 9-7-2-5. Brilliant. Now, how much will that affect him as this competition goes on? Can you shake that off?
Well, even if they took one guy out of the competition, they're still probably going to win. They're so deep. But yeah, he'll be fine. That just stings, and it'll last for a few minutes, but he'll be okay.
Remember, you can drop off the low score. However, the United States does not have that luxury because of the injury to its sixth team member, Lance Ringgold, in the compulsory. Chris Waller on the parallel bars.
I really like Chris's style. That move is called a Diamidov, the full twist. Here's a good sequence right here. That move is called a Healy twirl. He does 2 in a row. He's very aggressive throughout this routine. Oh, almost over on that handstand, but a good fight. The U.S. is showing that they're here and they're tough. They're ready to compete.
So they had the good first performance by Jared Hanks, and now Chris Waller trying to at the very least, equal that. The crowd liked it, but remember, it is a partisan crowd. Meanwhile, at the head of the vault, Li Jing of China, perhaps their best.
Oh, Li Jing is so explosive, and he's so elegant at the same time. He was one of the first gymnasts in the world to perform the Yurchenko-style vaulting that we've seen from the women. Let's see if he uses that vault today. Here it comes. Wow.
Oh, beautifully done. And as you said, he really combines explosiveness with elegance. Look at the power here he generates. The push off the horse, and then a beautifully executed full twist and a perfect landing.
Li Jing, and while we await his score, Chris Waller's score on the parallel bars, 9-5. Pretty much in line with Gerard Hanks, and now the score for Li Jing, 9-7-2-5 on that vault. We'll be back right after this.
Are you looking for the perfect gift for the man on your Christmas list? Take this simple quiz. Does someone you know like sports? Watch sports? Yes! Read sports? Guess what? You've got a sports fan. So this Christmas, get him a gift like nothing he's ever seen or heard before. This exclusive video of the Hidden NFL. Hidden mics and hidden cameras take him inside the huddle.
You take him. We're going to get it done this time. time he's not going to scramble.
And on the sidelines.
Big! Want a piece of that championship?
So he'll know what it's really like out there.
This is why you lift all them weights. Let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs.
Over 50 minutes of NFL secrets.
This is the NFL, which stands for not for long when you make the...
Did you hear it?
Free with your paid gift subscription to Sports Illustrated. The best way to capture all the drama and excitement of sports.
Son, I gotta do better than this.
Don't you wish Christmas shopping was easier? Just call this toll-free Christmas hotline and surprise him with 54 issues for just $1.29 each. Even put it on a credit card. He'll love the exclusive issues, including the giant Winter and Summer Olympic previews.
This ain't a tennis match!
Plus, he'll discover the hidden NFL free.
Yeah!
Wouldn't you like to save money? Right now, Sports Illustrated is on sale at over 55% off the cover price. You won't be billed till next year. Or for faster delivery, use your credit card. Just call now.
Hurry it up, hurry it up, hurry it up!
So whether he reads sports,
This is great.
or plays sports,
Oh, yeah, the football videos.
it all adds up to the one gift your fan is sure to love and you'll love giving.
No, no, it's not a tie. Open it.
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yes.
Silvio Kroll now of Germany on the pommel horse, 9.65 in the compulsories.
Silvio opened up with a great move as he traveled all the way across the horse. He really is very aggressive. Notice he swings very quickly. That's impressive to the judges. Here's a good move right up to handstand and a pirouette down. Good exercise so far. Just a couple of little form breaks in the feet.
And Silvio Kroll, to what I would interpret as polite applause, actually. This crowd either detracted by something else or just not paying much attention to Silvio Kroll or not very pleased with Silvio Kroll, and I don't know whether or not he is. He'll look overjoyed as we await for his score.
This is a really good angle to notice how complex the handwork is on the pommel horse. From these double leg circles, he breaks into the flare, and he's going to swing the flare on up to the handstand and then undercut on his way down. Now, you can brush the horse slightly, but it's important that you never break the rhythm of the exercise when you move from the double leg work to the single leg work and back once again to the double leg circles, as you see here.
Germany is in second place behind the Soviet Union, but only 0.05 of a point ahead of Japan, so a high score here could help secure that second place position after the first rotation.
And not a bad score for Silvio Kroll, 9.8. So it's interesting, the crowd didn't seem to like it, and he didn't seem to like it, but he scored pretty well. Cheney Humphrey now, former UCLA student, good collegiate performer, has started to make his mark on the international scene on the parallel ball.
And how about that? What a big start. Cheney is very explosive. He has a couple of really exciting moves right here. Oh! What? He almost completely fell off the bars there, but he just powered through and continued. That was great. He's really showing that he's going to just scrap through this routine, obviously. Yeah, he's off. Boy, I tell you, that was tough. He really struggled through that exercise, but it could have been much worse.
An excellent recovery. Right here, you can see his hand completely misses the bar, and somehow he gets it back on to continue on with the exercise. That's guts.
Very disappointing, though, for Cheney Humphrey. And there's the score, 9-1-5.
Good thing he's as strong as he is, because he would have completely fallen off if he weren't.
Andreas Wecker of Germany now, 9-7 as you see in the compulsories in this event.
Wecker is a terrific gymnast. Watch how high he works above the horse in these flares. As he travels across the horse, he hasn't even touched the pommels yet, and he's been back and forth across the horse twice. Beautiful elevation on the scissors. Back down, and once again all the way across the horse without touching the pommels. This is a great exercise.
And the crowd appreciating this one too. Andreas Wecker on the pommel horse. He likes it. German supporters, and there are many of them, they like it. And Andres Becker, you would have to think, would score very well here.